Hello and welcome to ETG's The State of Play, the show where we give you the lowdown on travel news to Asia, and the show where we ask what the hell is going on and when can I go on holiday. It's Sam again. Melissa's on holiday this week, so I've asked James, our resident India fanatic, to join us instead, as India had some very welcome news recently on the travel front. So, James, how's it feel to be stepping into Melissa's shoes?
Yeah, pretty daunting. Sitting in the same chair as the biggest name in travel at the moment, but she gave me some tips last week, so I'm pretty confident I'll do okay.
You'll be fine. Right. What we're going to do, as you know, we're going to give you 60 seconds to tell us the state of play in Asia. Go.
Yeah, so great news last week. India came off the red list on to amber, which followed the news from Germany and France, which did the same a few weeks before that. And as of today, on the 17th of August, advice on the FCDO page from India has been removed too, which is great news and a bit of positivity as well. Likewise, in terms of positivity, we've started to see a bit of an uptake in inquiries and bookings for holidays to Asia again, which is great. Predominantly two types of different trips. Ones that are focusing kind of reconnecting with family and friends, your villa types, a little bit more focus on revitalizing and relaxing, compared to the other kind of main category we're seeing, which is those trips of a lifetime. People are planning those in advance for 2022 and 2023. Those slightly longer holidays than maybe usual, kind of 4 to 6 weeks, and really hitting places and seeing some incredible and varied locations that have been on people's lists for a long time. We've also seen Bhutan get most of their adults vaccinated in an incredibly orderly fashion. They started their vaccination way back in March, and they used auspicious dates based on Buddhist astrology to do for the start date. And then within 2 weeks, they vaccinated or got one vaccine in most adults, and then 12 weeks later, in the middle of July, they've vaccinated most of their adults for a second time, and even had some surplus vaccines to give to neighbouring Nepal.
Brilliant. Thanks, James. Yeah, I love that Bhutan story. What they pulled off there is incredible. Much better than other countries, I feel. So we're going to move you now from the from check-in to the departure lounge. So, James, let's start with the obvious question. India's off the UK red list. How on earth did that happen, do you think?
Yeah, it came as a little bit of a surprise, but like I said in the intro, did follow on from Germany and France's decision earlier in July, so we could see it coming a little bit. It maybe comes as a surprise to some people, but domestic travel has restarted slowly there. You can travel freely within your home state, and then to get between states, there's various different regulations depending on the state, but most are you either need to be double vaccinated or have a negative PCR result. Some need both in that situation. In terms of getting into India at the moment, it's only business visas or Indian citizens allowed in. There's a current international ban until the end of August for their borders opening, certainly for leisure travel, and we can't see that changing yet. But when we're looking into kind of November, December, there's certainly a big possibility that India will be open.
And I see the FCDO, that's for visitors from outside the UK. That's the Foreign and Commonwealth Development Office. They're no longer advising against travel against all but essential travel to India. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. That was as of about 9 a.m. this morning, and that's followed on from the change from red to amber, which is great news. Still a long way to go, but it's positive at the moment after the terrible period in India in kind of March and April.
Yeah, and I guess that's got to be positive for countries like the Maldives too.
Absolutely, yeah. Hopefully, they're not too far away, and hopefully, with the next government announcement, the Maldives, we're really hoping will come off the red list. It's obviously a very different context in terms of trips to a place like India, but it's an amazing place to relax, and hopefully we'll be able to promote that destination once again in the next 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, and I mean, what it does say is that really we can start looking to plan holidays again, certainly for 2022 to India, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. It gives us a little bit more certainty, a little bit more to look forward to, and India, because it's such a big destination, deserves a lot of time planning. So now is a great time to start to get in there, and we've got our refundable booking policy as well. But yeah, it's a great time to start planning for some amazing trips there.
Brilliant. And you mentioned in the in your 60-second overview that starting to see a real uptake in people planning holidays for winter and 2022.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're looking, getting inquiries for families that are looking to spend a bit of more quality time together in maybe slightly hotter climates, even meeting from different parts of the world. So if it's people who are in the US or in Australia and meeting somewhere in Asia, we've seen an increasing demand for places like Borneo in the summer, Sri Lanka where there's some amazing villas as well, and Thailand and Bali too. But then you compare that at the other end of the scale to people who are really looking for their lifetime kind of trips, almost bucket list trips that they've had for years, and they're thinking, now's the time to start planning, and they're a little bit more in the future. So yeah, kind of winter 2022, even 2023. But like I said, with India, when you're doing these bucket list trips, it's really good to take your time planning, make sure it's right. But those ones are looking a little bit longer than maybe they were before the pandemic.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, you've heard it here first. We know what we're booking. We know that everyone's starting to look to do it. So what we're going to do now is move out of the departure lounge and into the section where we say don't quote us. So hopefully James has got the memo and he's got some inside intel for us. So James, today, what have you got for us this week?
Yeah. Don't quote us, but we're really, really, really hopeful and have been hearing positive rumours that Bhutan will be open fully by December the 1st. That's from various chats we've had from our in-country partners. It is currently open, but you do have to go for a rather arduous quarantine period of 3 weeks. But such is their amazing vaccine rollout that they're really looking to kind of open up, and we've hearing rumours about December the 1st, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, and Bhutan's a real one out of the box, one-off, once in a lifetime destination, isn't it? And it just, if there's an opportunity, if you're wanting to get some real amazing travel done to make up for what you've missed, I think you couldn't get any better than Bhutan, could you?
Yes, an incredible location. It was actually the last long-haul trip I went on in December 2019, so I've got very fond and, I guess in the context, very recent memories of Bhutan as well. But no, it's I'm fortunate to have been to that whole Himalayan area in India, and Nepal is, so Bhutan is just, it's completely different. There's a real wow factor to it, a real focus on traditional life and just beautiful landscape and amazing people as well. So yeah, it's something that if you've got the time and the inkling, is well worth planning ahead and experiencing. Yeah,
awesome. I'd love to do it myself. But anyway, that's all we got time for today. So thank you very much, James. And remember, everyone, if you are raring to go and would like to be the first to know, please do sign up to our email mailing list, and we will send you a bulletin immediately as something happens connected with travel in Asia. Next recording, we're going to Thailand. We'll see you all here again in 2 weeks' time. So that's all for today. Thank you very much. Bye.